Hi, and welcome back to my channel. A little bit of a shorter video this week, but I wanted to get it out in a timely manner since, at least as of the time of recording this video, this collection is still available internationally. This is the Into You Soobin of TXT collab collection. I already unboxed this in a shorts on my channel, so if you want to see that, you can go hop over there. I'll have it linked below, but I wanted to review the actual makeup for those who are interested in whether or not the quality of the products is good, regardless of how cute the merch is. I'll also have the entire box set linked down below. I don't make any commission off of it. I'm a very small YouTuber. It's just so that you guys have access to the link. The products are super cute, and I was super interested in this because I love makeup and I also love K-pop. This is the collab of my dreams. So let's get into the review so that you guys can hear my thoughts on the actual products. Now, I don't know that much about Into You. It's a sea beauty brand, and I believe it's relatively new. They must have had a pretty big budget to be able to get soobin of TXT as the ambassador of their brand. Most smaller brands don't get these kind of big ambassadors until much later on in the game, so I'm not sure what's going on with that, but here's the set. It's 4 products with a bunch of cute little add-ons like this keychain and the photo card holder you saw earlier. I'll leave soobin up here to watch the review since thankfully I'm not about to bag on any of these products too hard. We're gonna start with the cushion foundation. As always, trying to pick a shade online is incredibly difficult and misleading, but thankfully I made the right choice. I chose the longwear version of the cushion. There are 2 versions, and my friend actually ordered the moisturizing version. She said that hers is really wet, especially when applied on top of skincare, so I'm glad that I chose the longwear version instead. I chose the lightest shade as well. I was a little nervous about doing so, but it works for me really well. This puff is super smooth. It's not as squishy as some other puffs that I've tried, but I actually enjoy that because I feel like I can actually press the product into my skin rather than just pressing it into the puff. Upon first opening this, when I did my unboxing video, I did sniff it off camera, and it is scented. I can't say exactly what the scent is. It's not super floral, it's not super sweet. It's also not incredibly strong. So while I was a little bit nervous about that, it actually doesn't irritate my skin, or at least not as far as I can tell. In my opinion, this is the perfect level of coverage for a cushion. It's very similar to my all-time fave, which is the Hintz Second Skin Mesh Matte cushion, and as you can see, it really just kind of looks invisible on the skin. If you do have some dry patches, it does highlight them if you're not doing a little bit more to prep your skin, but honestly, I do have dry patches, and as long as I'm putting on a pretty moisturizing sunscreen, it really does the job. I don't have to work super hard to make this look good. This lasts pretty well, assuming that you're not doing a ton of physical activity or sweating a bunch, but I did wear this on a really hot day, and it did kind of break down. I tried to touch up, but I had already powdered, and so that didn't look good, and that might just be user error. It might touch up better if you are not powdering. That being said, the weather has cleared up a lot here. It's much nicer now, and I can wear this all day without really having any issues. You can see how well this just blends into my skin and looks really natural. I don't know why one of my hands looks paler than the other on camera though. That's not true in real life. And yes, I know I need my nails filled. It's happening on Monday. Now on to the cushion blush. I've bagged on cushion blushes previously in my channel, and honestly, I think I'm gonna have to take it back, guys. This is the shade CB12. And I've talked previously about how cushion blushes have a tendency to pick up the base product beneath them. But this one has done me no wrong, and so I might just be wrong about cushion blushes altogether. The puff on this is so cute and tiny, the perfect size for your cheeks, and it also has soobin's name embroidered onto the handle. I saw this shade at first and I was like, oh my gosh, that's not gonna work for me, there's no way, but actually the color is gorgeous. I've had a couple friends who've bought this set as well, and I can't believe how flexible this color is. I have friends with a medium skin tone, friends who are even fairer than me, and this color works on them. It's super sheer from the start, as you can tell, and I think that's what makes the color so flexible. I'm gonna layer it up a little bit here so that you can see the buildability of it, but I do have to say this entire collection does lean towards fair skin tones. I can't say that I expected anything different from a sea beauty brand, but if you are on the darker side of the skin shade spectrum, then I just don't think this is gonna work for you, aside from maybe the lip products, which we'll get to later. That being said, if you are fair to medium medium, I do think this is an incredibly gorgeous color, and I've seen it work on such a variety of undertones. I like to use this on its own or as a base for other blushes. I definitely wouldn't powder before you use this, but other than that, this is a super flexible product that's really easy to use, so I like it. Next, we have the Lip Mud. I really wasn't sure what to expect going into this. I was around in 2016, so I was afraid of a really super matte lipstick that just doesn't budge and makes your lips look super crunchy and gross, but thankfully this is not that. This is the shade W102, and it has this really interesting applicator that actually genuinely has a hole in the center of it. Like, you can see straight through the applicator in the middle. I wasn't sure what that was about until I realized how much product comes off on this applicator in general. When I was using this on my lips, one application was actually too much. The first time I used it, I did get a big glob at the end, I think just because the stopper hadn't caught it yet and it was a brand new product, but as you can see, it's a very sheer, soft matte. I can't quite get it to apply over that little gap in the tendons on my wrist, which thankfully is not a problem that I have on my lips, but it does apply really smoothly, at least on my lips. I do have drier lips, so I do put a balm on first thing in the morning before I apply this, but I would say that this lasts a good 5 or 6 hours, even with eating or drinking, without getting too gnarly. When I was reapplying this after that 5 or 6 hour window, I was really afraid that the reapplication was just gonna make the problem worse. But it smoothed out everything and made it look like I had just applied it. I really don't know how that works, but it was super amazing. Now, I did see in one of their demos that you can use this product as a blush. I can't say that I've tried this out for myself, so I don't know for sure, but in my opinion, that seems a little bit dodgy. This isn't a stain, so you don't have to worry about it staining your cheeks, but this product does have enough stick to it that I would be worried about it picking up any base products. This is also just too dark of a blush color for me to use, so I would say proceed with caution. If you have this set and you've tried this, let me know how it works for you. As I said earlier, not a stain, so when I wiped off the initial product, the color went away completely. I actually really like that about this product. The size of this little guy is also really convenient to take with you in a bag. Now, spoiler alert, this next product might just be my favorite out of all of them. That little soobin charm came with this set, and it's so adorable, but the product inside is actually one of my favorites I've ever tried. This is a lip balm, a tinted one, and I have the shade BT10. This is the one that comes in the set. Even though it's just a tinted balm, I actually feel like the packaging on this is pretty luxurious. It's one of those metal tip applicators, which I really like because I feel like I can wipe them down and they're much more sanitary, and the product inside actually has a decent amount of tint to it. If I want more pigment, or if you have a darker skin tone, I think you could apply a decent amount of this without it getting goopy and it will still look good. If you just want a tiny bit of tint, or you have a fairer skin tone, just dab on a little bit of it and go. Like I said, I have a couple friends that have also tried this set, and this color looks gorgeous on everybody. I really don't know how they did it. Side note, this also smells fantastic. I would honestly try other products from this lip balm line specifically just because of how good it smells. The formula is nice, the color is gorgeous, and it smells fantastic, so I really can't complain. There's a good amount of gloss to this too, so it provides a really nice sheen. I'll have to see how the packaging holds up and if any of the lettering peels off, but I have high hopes for this. I'll try to savor this, but you might be seeing it in my empties sooner rather than later. So that's all for today. I really appreciate how much support I've gotten on my channel in the last couple of weeks, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this little video. It's K-pop and makeup, which is pretty much all that my channel is about. I hope this review was helpful, and again, it'll be linked down below. I don't get paid for any of it, it's just for you guys' convenience. Thanks for hanging out with me, and come back soon. Bye!